Imagine this for a moment. Every year, Americans spend more than $40 billion on supplements, protein powders, collagen tubs, all kinds of so-called muscle boosters. Yet statistics show that nearly 1 out of 3 adults over 70 still loses muscle so quickly they can't even rise from a chair without using their hands. We keep pouring money into $50 and $60 jars of powder, while the aging body after 70 absorbs barely half of the protein we think we're drinking. And it gets worse. Research on age-related muscle loss tells a sobering story. After 60, the body sheds 8 to 10% of its muscle mass every decade if we don't intervene correctly. People who lose muscle are 2 to 3 times more likely to fall and fracture a bone, sometimes just from climbing a few steps or missing a tiny edge in the bathroom. But here's the part that still surprises people who come into my clinic. Here in the United States, many of my patients over 70 rebuilt their strength, walked more steadily, and climbed stairs without getting winded. And they didn't use a single scoop of expensive protein powder. All they did was change what they ate, using foods that cost less than $1. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 incredibly affordable foods that outperform many $60 protein powders when it comes to protecting and rebuilding muscle after 70. Let's start with whole eggs, the natural muscle-building pill for older adults. For years, eggs were painted as the villain on the breakfast table. So many of my patients say the same thing. "Doctor, I only eat the whites. The yolk is all cholesterol. I'm scared it'll cause a heart attack." And without realizing it, they throw away the most valuable part of the egg, the part that holds nearly everything their aging muscles actually need. The truth is, your problem has never been one whole egg. The real story lies in your overall diet and your underlying conditions. For most older adults who eat reasonably well and don't overload on fried foods or fast food, 1 to 2 eggs a day, used correctly and approved by their doctor, can become one of the strongest muscle-building tools they have. Science backs this up. Many studies show that eating whole eggs boosts muscle protein synthesis by about 40% more than eating egg whites alone. The whites offer high-quality protein, but the yolk adds vitamin D, omega-3s, choline, and phosphatidic acid, the very compounds that switch on mTOR, the central signal that tells your body it's time to build muscle, not break it down. When you're young, mTOR responds quickly. After 60 or 70, it gets sluggish. That's why drinking whey protein often isn't enough. The signal never fully turns on. Whole eggs give you both the raw material and the biological push your muscles need, which is why they outperform many supplements in older adults. One study on seniors found that those who ate about 3 whole eggs a day within a balanced diet gained more muscle and strength than those consuming the same amount of protein from supplements. Some even improved their cholesterol numbers because they replaced sugary snacks, refined carbs, and fried foods with fresh whole foods. So, how do you use eggs safely after 60 or 70? First, always talk to your doctor if you have heart disease, high cholesterol, or diabetes. Second, for those cleared by their doctor, 1 to 3 eggs a day is typical, depending on your overall diet and health. Third, cooking matters more than most people realize. Soft-boiled or poached eggs. Firm whites but runny yolks help you retain heat-sensitive vitamins and make the protein easier to digest. And finally, pair your eggs with tomatoes or bell peppers. Their vitamin C helps improve iron absorption and oxygen delivery to your muscles, so you feel less tired walking or climbing stairs. If you're searching for a breakfast food that's affordable, easy to find, and genuinely effective for rebuilding muscle after 60 whole eggs, deserve a top spot, as long as they're used by the right person in the right way and in the right amount. Greek yogurt to me is like a slow-burning fuel tank for the muscles of anyone over 60. If whole eggs act like that quick ignition in the morning, the spark that wakes your muscles up, then Greek yogurt is the quiet, steady engine that keeps them running for hours afterward. Many of my patients in their 60s and 70s used to think Greek yogurt was some kind of diet food for young people, but research on adults well into their 70s tells a completely different story. It turns out this is one of the smartest foods you can use to protect your muscle mass as you age. What makes Greek yogurt special is its richness in casein, the slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for as long as 6 or 7 hours after you eat it. When you're young, your muscles respond well to fast protein hits like whey. But after 60 or 70, the body becomes what we call protein resistant. It doesn't react to quick spikes anymore. It needs a steady, gentle stream of amino acids, not a short burst that disappears in an hour. Casein does exactly that, which is why Greek yogurt works so beautifully for older adults. And it doesn't stop there. Greek yogurt is naturally high in leucine, the amino acid that pulls the trigger on muscle building. Older adults often need more leucine to activate that process, so having a food that's both protein-dense and leucine-rich is a major advantage. Add to that its probiotics, the good bacteria that improve gut health. And you get something. Powders simply can't offer better digestion, better absorption of nutrients, and a stronger foundation for rebuilding muscle. McMaster University ran a study on people over 70 and found something remarkable. Those who ate Greek yogurt consistently were better able to maintain their muscle mass even during periods of reduced activity, like after a minor procedure or during a break from exercise. That matters more than most people realize because just a few weeks of sitting too much or lying down too often can strip a 70-year-old of a surprising amount of muscle. So how do you use Greek yogurt effectively? Choose a plain, unsweetened version with at least 15 to 20 grams of protein per serving. A comfortable portion for most older adults is around 3/4 of a cup. Many of my patients enjoy it about 30 minutes before a main meal sometimes, with a drizzle of honey and a few berries. If they don't have diabetes, just enough to make it pleasant while still supporting amino acid delivery to the muscles. And if you need an evening snack, a small serving before bedtime can help reduce overnight muscle loss, especially on days when dinner was light or early. What I caution against are the dessert-style Greek yogurts full of sugar syrups and sweet toppings. Those can spike blood sugar, strain the heart, and ultimately work against your muscle-building goals. For anyone 60 or 70 and older, Greek yogurt isn't just a snack, it's a strategic tool. It feeds your muscles steadily, supports your gut, and blends effortlessly into your daily routine. And when used the right way, it absolutely deserves a permanent place in your muscle-protecting diet. Cottage cheese, to me, is the overnight shield for anyone over 60 who's trying to protect their muscles. If Greek yogurt is the perfect slow protein for the daytime, then cottage cheese is the secret weapon that guards your body during the hours when muscle breakdown happens the fastest. What most people don't realize is that after 60, the rate at which your muscles break down during sleep increases dramatically. The body no longer stores enough amino acids and the repair process slows compared to when you were young. That's why so many older adults wake up feeling weak, tired, or unsteady even if they ate well the day before. Cottage cheese offers a natural, inexpensive, and incredibly effective answer to that problem. It's packed with casein, a slow-digesting protein that delivers amino acids steadily for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. And that's crucial because the bulk of tissue repair, hormone production, and muscle recovery happens at night. If the bloodstream has a consistent supply of protein during those hours, your body builds muscle instead of breaking it down. But what truly elevates cottage cheese is something beyond casein. It contains CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, a rare naturally occurring compound that helps block the enzymes responsible for muscle degradation. In other words, while casein feeds your muscles, CLA protects them from being dismantled. It's a powerful combination, especially for older adults who are fighting age-related muscle loss. A study from Florida State University made this even clearer. Older adults who ate a full cup of cottage cheese before bed gained over 60% more muscle compared to those who consumed the same amount of protein from other sources. The researchers themselves were surprised. They never expected something as simple as cottage cheese to outperform high-priced supplements. Beyond protein, cottage cheese provides a highly absorbable form of calcium that helps muscles contract properly, and that matters. Strong muscle contraction is one of the keys to balance and fall prevention. Many adults over 60 experience cramps, shaky steps, or difficulty standing up simply because their calcium intake is too low or poorly absorbed. Using cottage cheese well is simple. Most older adults do best eating a cup of full-fat cottage cheese about an hour before bed. Some pair it with flaxseed and a few berries to steady their blood sugar and improve fat absorption. Others enjoy it after a workout mixed with pumpkin puree and a touch of cinnamon to calm inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. Even letting it sit at room temperature for 15 minutes before eating can make it easier to digest and help your body make better use of the protein. Cottage cheese really is a nighttime fortress for the muscles of older adults, affordable, effective, and backed by solid science. And if this is helping you understand how to rebuild muscle after 60 without pouring money into expensive powders, take a second to hit the like button. It supports the channel and helps YouTube push this information to more older adults who truly need it. And if you want more simple science-backed guidance to maintain your strength balance and independence every single day, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Trust me. Coming up next, I'll show you the single most powerful food for muscle health, the one that's supported by the most research, yet strangely overlooked, and it outperforms many premium whey proteins. You don't want to miss it. Lentils, in my experience, are the true king of affordable muscle-building foods for people over 70. If the first 3 foods we've talked about are the pillars that hold your muscle health together, then lentils are the superstar, the one most of my patients here in the US never even think about. People know soybeans, red beans, black beans, yet somehow lentils get ignored even though they are one of the strongest, cheapest, and most thoroughly researched foods for muscle preservation in older adults. Just 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you about 18 grams of protein, plus a generous dose of folate, iron, magnesium, and soluble fiber. But the real magic of lentils isn't just in those protein grams. They contain a fascinating compound called spermidine, something scientists often refer to as a cellular youth switch. Spermidine activates autophagy, your body's natural cleanup system. It clears out old, damaged proteins inside your muscle cells and creates room for fresh, healthier ones to grow. It's like giving your muscles a deep clean from the inside out. Studies on older adults show that those who eat lentils regularly don't just gain muscle, they improve their muscles' ability to produce energy. In practical terms, that means less fatigue, stronger steps, and more confidence climbing stairs or walking longer distances. In one comparison study, adults over 70 who consumed well-prepared lentil protein actually built more muscle than those using whey protein. And they reported better stamina and less exhaustion during daily activities. Another advantage of lentils is that, although they're a plant protein, their digestibility can be excellent when prepared the right way. The key is soaking and cooking. When lentils are soaked for 24 to 48 hours until they just begin to sprout, natural enzymes increase, the protein becomes easier to digest, and compounds that block nutrient absorption, like phytates, begin to drop. Cooking them with turmeric and black pepper doesn't just make them taste wonderful, it also reduces low-grade inflammation inside the muscles, which is one of the hidden reasons muscle recovery slows dramatically after 60. And for many older adults, there's an even more effective method: cooking lentils in bone broth instead of water. You end up with protein from the lentils and collagen and amino acids from the broth, creating a powerful dual-action mixture that supports muscles, ligaments, and joints all at the same time. As for timing, I usually recommend lentils as the primary protein source at lunch for adults over 70, around 3 to 4 days a week. That's the time of day when digestion is strongest, absorption is better, and you still have hours ahead to move around, helping that protein travel right into your muscles. A simple combination like lentils with quinoa or brown rice. 2 parts lentils to 1 part quinoa creates a complete protein source, stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents that heavy crash many older adults feel after lunch, with a cost ranging from just a few cents to about $1 per serving. Lentils deserve to be the #1 food in any muscle-building strategy after 70, especially for those who want to rely less on expensive powders while staying strong, steady, and independent for as long as possible. And when you look back at what we've covered in this video, the truth becomes incredibly clear. Rebuilding muscle after 60 or 70 has almost nothing to do with buying $60 protein powders. It comes from real food. Simple, inexpensive food your body understands and absorbs well. Whole eggs to trigger mTOR in the morning, Greek yogurt to provide slow, steady fuel, cottage cheese to guard your muscles through the night, and lentils, the affordable powerhouse that rejuvenates muscle at the cellular level. You don't have to change everything at once. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 of these foods and add them to your meals this week. Then pay attention. Do you stand up from your chair more easily? Do those steps to the second floor feel less tiring? If this video has helped you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone over 60 who might need it. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell because in the next video, I'll show you 3 simple exercises you can pair with these 4 foods to gradually reverse muscle loss and protect your independence for many years to come. 2.